Hello everybody and welcome back to Cowlitz River Restoration. My name is Sarah and my husband's name is Austin, and we are about to do the unthinkable. We are going to paint our 1974 Terry camper trailer, and we are going to paint it with a paintbrush. My husband started on one side, I painted the door red, and we are using a DTM paint, or direct to metal paint. We got it from Home Depot, and we're going to do a two-toned with black and white. We took off the fender skirts, we took off the wheels because we're going to get it all cleaned up. So I helped paint the other side. We used 2 coats of this DTM paint in a gloss black, and we just painted it with a paintbrush. We used some rollers, but the paintbrushes did such a better job at getting into all the nooks and crannies. We did this at the beginning of the summer, and the paint has lasted perfectly, wonderfully, in fact. And I would do it again in a heartbeat. What's really great about this too is if I scratch it or anything, I've got the paint to touch it up. So that's what we're doing. I just pulled out those artist brush. You'll see me pull out artist brush on a lot of the projects that I do to get into little nooks and crannies or areas that I just can't get that big paintbrush into. I got those artist brush out of my children's art supplies, so you don't have to have some fancy high quality artist brush. You could probably go over and get a watercoloring set and use one of those brushes, and that's what I did, was just use some of those brushes out of a watercoloring set, or maybe you could get like a pack of brushes at Walmart, whatever. It doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be able to get into the nooks and crannies and give you that nice, clean, precise line. To do this project, we used Woodster brushes. We had little containers to hold our paint. I used those little artist brushes like I just talked about, and we bought 4 gallons of paint, 2 gallons of white, 2 gallons of black. The paint is about $50 a gallon, so for $200 we gave our dated travel trailer a whole new vibe.
Talking your Moira accent the whole entire time, so I don't know how serious to take.
Oh, I'm serious.
Oh.
Once the Moira accent comes out now, it's very serious.
Very serious?
Yes.
I very much love it.
It's like putting the H before the W. It's like, oh, now that it just got serious. Moira's here. Oh, you can't trick me. I already told you I'm not talking to you anymore. Starting now. Oh, now how does that feel, Austin?
I left that part in there because I wanted you guys to get a sneak peek at what it's like for married people, at least in my relationship, behind the scenes when we start to bicker about something. Now, what had happened was I had fallen off of a ladder, basically, and there was a large commotion, and my husband never said a word, and I was upset because I felt like, what if I had fallen and died, and he didn't even check to see if I was okay? So yes, sometimes we argue. Typically it ends with us laughing. We've been married for 12 years this month, and I just wanted you to see that, it's okay. Sometimes there's going to be a little arguing along the way, but it typically will end with us both standing back and looking at the work that we did together and being grateful that we were able to make it through painting a travel trailer and staying married. Now we've moved on to painting the top white. What's really cool is because of the siding on this trailer, it made it super simple to just cut in and do that two-tone effect. We didn't have to tape it off or anything. I mean, I could have, but I just didn't want to. And I've seen a lot of tutorials where other people have painted their trailers and they've taped them all off, but I wasn't really that concerned about it. In fact, my husband and I kind of laugh and we call it the 20-footer because it looks really good from 20 feet away. Yes, there are some areas where there was some bleed over or we didn't do a perfect job cutting in, but I will tell you it is a lot better than what it was, and I don't think it really makes much of a difference when we're driving it down the highway, if anyone's even going to notice if there was a spot where maybe my cutting in job wasn't perfect. I mean, before I was a little nervous about the way it looked. We kind of would joke around and call it the meth lab because it looked a lot like some of the trailers that we've seen around town that people are residing in, and that's totally okay, no judgment there, but I wanted it to look loved and cared for, is it. So we're putting on that white paint. I thought that the white paint was going to be like a one coater because the top was already that cream color, but actually we probably did upwards of 3 coats. I'd say 2.5 coats of the white because the coverage wasn't quite as good as what the black was. The black covered so well. 2 coats was all we needed. But when we did that white, it wasn't that pure, true white that we really wanted until we did quite a few coats. It was a really hot day, so it dried really fast. So it was easy to do one side and then just go right back to it. We decided that we wanted to do white on the rims of the tires. So we just spray painted them. He just spray painted them. But this is the way it looks now with the white top and the black bottom. I spray painted the fender skirts. Austin put them back on, and he used this green stuff, green squirty, and put it onto a little sponge pad, an abrasive sponge pad, and just wiped off the paint from the tire because he didn't tape it off or anything. So this is us pulling out from our camping over the summer, and we put some stickers on there. We put the sticker "Shitters Full" and a picture or a sticker of Cousin Eddie, and I put a sticker on the door. And looking back, I kind of wish I would have brought the sticker down a little bit, but you know what? Whatever. It's imperfectly perfect. It's perfect for our family, and we have had so much fun in this camper, and now we love towing it behind the truck because it is just a perfect representation of us and our personality, and we love it. So thanks so much for watching our video, and come back, subscribe, like. We'll see you next time. Bye.